Session 27, The Financial Culture You Are Transmitting. Welcome to Session 27. I'm Rich Abbott, The Steward's Mind, Week 6, Session 2 of 5. In Session 26, we established that legacy has three dimensions: financial, cultural, and spiritual, and that all three are being built and transmitted simultaneously, whether you are intentional about it or not. Today we go deep into the cultural dimension because in my experience it is the most underestimated of the three and arguably the most powerful. Money can be earned, lost, and rebuilt. Financial assets can be transferred, squandered, and regenerated. But the financial culture that a child absorbs in the first 15 years of their life, the beliefs, the vocabulary, the emotional relationship with money, the thermostat setting that comes from watching the adults in their world, that is extraordinarily difficult to uproot once it's installed. You know this from your own experience. The financial culture of the household you grew up in shaped you in ways you are still discovering. That is why we spent 2 full weeks, week 2 on the Lev and week 3 on the news, examining what was installed before you had any conscious say in it. Your children will not be exempt from that same process. The question is not whether you are transmitting a financial culture. You are. The question is, what kind? Part 1. The observation channel is always open. We talked in Session 7 about the 4 channels through which your financial thermostat was set. The first channel was observation and what you watched. Children are extraordinary observers. They are paying attention to things adults have long since stopped noticing. They notice the tension in the room when money comes up. They notice which conversations get whispered and which ones happen openly. They notice whether the bill arrives and is handled with calm or with anxiety. They notice what gets said about wealthy people, about work, about debt, about giving. And they draw conclusions from what they observe, exactly as you did, exactly as every child does, without anyone telling them what to conclude. The observation channel is always open. Your children are always watching, and what they see in your financial life is being translated in real time into operating assumptions about how money works, what it means, and what kind of people get to have it. This is not a reason for paralysis or performance. It is a reason for intentionality. Part 2. What they are watching right now. Let me be specific about what the financial culture observation includes, because it is broader than most parents realize. They are watching how you talk about money when you think they are not listening. The offhand comments, the sighs, the frustration spoken aloud, the celebration when something comes through, all of it is data. They are watching your relationship with generosity, whether giving is joyful or grudging, voluntary or coerced, whether the collection plate or the donation request produces a cheerful response or a tightening. They are watching how you handle setbacks, whether a financial difficulty produces problem solving or catastrophizing, whether the language that comes out in a hard financial moment is trajectory language or scarcity language. They are watching what money is for in your household. Is it hoarded? Is it displayed? Is it deployed generously? Is it managed carefully? Is it a source of security or anxiety? A tool or a master? Every one of these observations is going into the Lev of the next generation and beginning to set the thermostat. Part 3. The instruction channel. The second channel we discussed in Session 7 was instruction, what you were told, Most parents do not have explicit conversations about money with their children. The financial life of the household remains largely invisible, managed in private, discussed in whispers, shielded from the children who will one day need to manage their own. That silence is itself an instruction. It says, money is complicated, adult, private, uncomfortable, not something to be understood and engaged with openly. The steward who is building a generational legacy changes that, not by overwhelming children with financial complexity they are not ready for, but by creating a household culture where money is discussed openly, age-appropriately, and without shame. This means talking about what things cost and why. It means explaining the give, save, invest, live framework in language appropriate to their age. It means celebrating financial progress together, a savings goal reached, a debt paid, a generous act completed. It means being honest in age-appropriate terms about financial challenges, not hiding the difficulty in a way that creates anxiety, but modeling the steward's posture of calm problem-solving in the face of constraint. The instruction channel in your household is either transmitting a financial vocabulary of openness and confidence, or silence and mystery. Choose the former. If the financial culture currently being transmitted in your household is not the one you want to transmit, what do? You begin today with one change. It might be the language you use when money is tight, replacing "I don't know how we're going to manage" with "we're working through this and here is the plan." It might be a monthly family conversation, age-appropriate, brief, positive, about one financial goal the household is working toward together. It might be giving your children a small amount of money and teaching them the give, save, spend framework with their own resources so they practice stewardship in a miniature before the stakes are real. It might be praying together about financial decisions in a way that models dependence on God alongside diligent planning, not one or the other, but both. The cultural shift does not happen in one conversation. It happens in the accumulation of many small, consistent choices over years. But those choices compound, just like financial capital, just like neural pathways, just like every other principle we have worked through in the steward's mind. Begin. One change today. Part 5, Reflection. Today's reflection is a cultural audit of your household. Using the observation and instruction channels as your framework, what is currently being transmitted? What would a child observing your financial life conclude about money, about wealth, about giving, about what God thinks about financial increase? Then, what do you want them to conclude? What is the financial culture you are intentionally building for the generation that is watching? Name one change. Make it specific. Make it something so you can begin this week. Closing declaration. Say this: I am intentional about the financial culture I am transmitting. What they watch and what they hear in my household is forming their lev. I choose to model stewardship, open hands, calm decisions, trajectory language, generous spirit. The culture I build today is the foundation they build on tomorrow. I am a generational steward, and I take that seriously. This is Rich Abbott. Session 28 is next.